Hello and welcome to the NUNT Curriculum Overview. In this video, we'll be going over our lesson kits as well as lesson formats. So, what's in the intro kit? Firstly, it's going to be the wearable music sensors, however many you need for the activity. There are going to be 4 lesson plans, as well as apps and mini informational videos to accompany each lesson. Each lesson plan is broken down into lesson objectives and content standards, vocabulary, materials, computational thinking concepts, neurodiverse workplace skills, possible accommodations, and lesson extensions and expansions. Each lesson is broken down into 4 parts. There is the activation, where that is engaging and exploring, the foundation section, where the information is explained, the application, where you elaborate on the computational thinking concept, and the culmination, which is a formative assessment and evaluation. These lesson forms they're collective, creative, and embodied. They follow a learning cycle in the 5E model. And while each lesson may focus on one concept of computational thinking, there is complement to other inclusive CT concepts within the curriculum. The first lesson is Sports Orchestra, Pattern Play and Playing Patterns. This one focuses on pattern recognition and uses the Soundboard and Sonic Introduction apps, and is primarily taught through physical education. In this lesson, students will be able to identify patterns in baseball, including sequences in gameplay and batting techniques. They will demonstrate basic batting techniques aided by the wearable music sensor. They'll use tables, graphs, or flowcharts to record patterns of input and output, and create and perform a movement sequence paired with music. The next lesson is Sound Charades, Visualizing and Generalizing Movement Music Connections. This lesson focuses on abstraction and uses the wearable Jazz and Rainstick apps. This lesson is primarily taught through dance, science, and music. Students will be able to extract common features from specific examples to create generalizations. They will identify the inputs and outputs of the wearable music sensor and model data using gestures, drawings, and graphical representations. The next lesson in our kit is the Algorithm of Sound, Creating Video Game Sound Effects. This focuses on algorithm design and uses the Rainstick and the Sonic Introduction app. And this is taught through language arts, music, and computer science. Students will be able to create an algorithm to solve real-world problems, explain how sound effects connect to emotions and themes in video games, and students will create sound effects that match the emotions and themes in video games. Next is Beat Breakdown, Decomposing Drum Kit Beats. This lesson focuses on decomposition as well as pattern recognition and algorithm design. It uses the wearable Jazz and Sonic Introduction apps. This lesson is primarily taught through computer science, but can also be taught in a music class. And students will be able to use decomposition to break down a beat into its component parts. They'll explain how measure and tempo affect a beat. They will use the wearable music sensor to play beats in time with a measure, use pattern recognition to identify similar beats in music, and finally use algorithm design to make their own beats in EarSketch.